Okay, I just went in to make a video on editing studio photos. First of all, I'm going to get rid of all the saturation. So just down in the saturation layer, I'm going to turn all them to -100. And then try and even up this a little bit, because it's a little bit brighter over here than it is over this side. So I'm just going to make a radial gradient and drag this out, just so it's not going to be touching the bike. Pull that up a little bit. That's it, you don't want too much on the bike. It's alright, a little bit at the back here. So now I'm going to invert that because I want to actually do the outside. And then I'm going to brighten that all up a bit. Even turn the highlights up a little bit. I'm going to add another linear gradient just in from the bottom here to really brighten this bottom up. So just hit a little bit on the bike wheels there. And I'll just make sure that that front is nice and clean. It's a little bit dark behind the bike here. I could either bring in one, I'll try bringing one soft gradient. If not, I could, once I turn my shadows and stuff up, it could get rid of some of that, but I'll just see how this goes. I'm just going to bring this in and just brighten it up a little bit more. That should also get rid of that thing that was up the top there, so let me just shadows a little bit. Okay. Alright, and because I had my polarizer turned around, this image is quite dark. I just quickly show a comparison. This is with the polarizer, and you can see on the side of the bike there, like the reflection. But with the polarizer turned this way, I don't have that reflection. But I can still get that detail back, so I'm going to turn this up. I just want everything, you know, nice, visible. Turn the clarity up a little bit, and the blacks up a bit. Okay, so that's all looking pretty good. I can see most of the stuff there. Okay, I'm going to put this exposure up a tiny bit, just pull them blacks down a little bit. Okay, and I'm going to start adding these colours back in. And you can see some of them, that's just a couple of the stickers, so I'll leave them over a little bit because it's nothing much. The orange is bringing back his indicator there, that's not got to be too bright. Just basically slide these up and down and see what they do. I'm going to leave the yellow out of it because there's nothing yellow. Same with the green. Same with the aqua. I think the blue and the purple is going to be the main ones here. And there's the blue. And there's the purple. I'm going to push them shadows up a tiny little bit more. Yeah, you can see that's all quite nice and visible. I mean, that really, I'll probably crop it down a bit just so you can get a better look. And then as well, another thing you can do, especially from the studio photos, is quickly go to Editing Photoshop, select the subject. It should do a pretty good job because it's pretty clean. And then with that quick selection tool, just take out any little pieces or put them back like that. Okay, and I'm just going to copy that and paste it. And then really you can stretch this canvas out. Zoom out a little bit. And then solid colour layer. Just leave it white for now. Drop it below the bike. And then duplicate the bike. Press Ctrl and T to transform it, and then flip it vertical. Put it underneath, so it's the reflections underneath the actual original. And then with the opacity, just turn that down. You could do it to the original photo, but I cropped it a little bit close, so That's why I had to stretch it, but I mean it don't really notice because it was in the studio. I mean little things like this, if you did want to get rid of it, it's possible just with the clone stamp tool. So you can just make sure you're on the right layer and just alt and click, and then probably a little bit closer even. Just at least to take your eye off it. And now just match in with the rest of it. Not that that was a bad one, but sometimes you can get a flash or something that lands there, and by the time you know you see it from this distance, it doesn't notice. What I'm going to do now, I'm happy with them where them two are, so I'm going to just group them. Press Ctrl and T, move this down a bit so it's a little bit lower, and then really, I mean, you can put it in any background then once you've got this cut out. Now if I wanted, you can crop this to anywhere you want. Yeah, so like I say, that's roughly how I would edit my photo, and then a little bit of Photoshop. I mean, I sometimes do a bit more to it, sometimes a bit less, so, but that's just a rough edit. So thanks for watching, and please like and subscribe, and I'll put up more videos as soon as possible.